Good morning, children. Today we are starting the next week, that is the fourth week assignment video from the chapter Respiration of class 7. Okay, we are now going to discuss very short answer questions that are coming up in the next week, that is fourth week of October. Let me tell you the first question. Name the word for the process of release of energy by oxidation of food. Everybody knows the oxidation of food is the breakdown of food by using oxygen that happens in the cells. So it is called cellular respiration. So we can say, what is the name of the process that releases energy by oxidation of food? Oxidation of food that takes place in the cells, hence it is called cellular respiration or internal respiration. So the answer we can write cellular respiration or internal respiration. Clear? The first answer is very clear, right? Now the second one, name the flap that closes the windpipe which you swallow the food. Yes, when we swallow the food, in the pharynx there are two openings. The first opening that you see outside is the windpipe, opening to the windpipe, and behind that it is the opening to the esophagus, that is the food pipe. So windpipe and food pipe, the common opening is the pharynx. There we can see a muscular flap. What is the flap? Please, lid, muscular lid. That lid, when the food comes, the muscular lid, that is called the muscular flap, closes the windpipe. Windpipe will be closed so that the food can enter into the food pipe. What is that flap? It is called the epiglottis. Epiglottis. For the picture and the details, you have to refer the previous videos or the textual diagrams. Previous videos or textual diagrams. So you know that name the flap that closes the windpipe when you swallow the food. That is called epiglottis. Glottis is the opening. Glottis is the opening to the windpipe. Please keep in mind. Glottis is the opening to the windpipe that is seen outside. And that will be closed by a muscular flap which is called epiglottis. Very clear? Clear. Now the third question. You can see which muscular part of the chest cavity helps in the breathing in and breathing out. So you know the chest cavity is separated from the abdominal cavity. Chest cavity is also called thoracic cavity, and below of this thoracic cavity is the abdominal cavity. Both are separated by a muscular partition that is called a diaphragm. What is that? Diaphragm. D-I-A-P-H-R-A-G-M. Diaphragm. So you can see the picture in the video which I have sent earlier. So you can see the diaphragm separate the thoracic cavity or chest cavity from abdominal cavity. Very clear, diaphragm. Okay? Clear. Diaphragm is the muscular partition or muscular part of the chest cavity. Chest cavity is also called thoracic cavity or thorax. Thorax, thorax or chest cavity. Below the chest cavity is the diaphragm. Clear, everybody? That's very clear. Yes. Now we are coming to the next fourth question. Taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide is called breathing or external respiration. So answer for this is the breathing. B-R-E-A-T-H-I-N-G, breathing or external respiration. So what is the process of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide? That is called breathing. Breathing. And giving out carbon dioxide is also, so taking in oxygen particularly called inhalation. And giving out carbon dioxide is called carbon dioxide rich air is called exhalation. So inhalation and exhalation both together form breathing. Okay? Or external respiration. Clear? Now, fifth one. Name the pores in stem and leaves through which the gaseous exchange takes place. What is the gaseous process of gaseous exchange? It is the exchange of carbon dioxide and water, or it is the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. So gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen get exchanged. This exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen through stomata is called gaseous exchange. Okay? During this gaseous exchange, you can understand that the stomata remain open along with the gases, or when the stomata opens, you can see the transpiration also takes place. So, otherwise we can say during transpiration through stomata that the gaseous exchange takes place. So you know what is gaseous exchange? Exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen between the plant and the environment is called a gaseous exchange, which takes place through stomata. You know, stomata are tiny pores present in the stem and leaves. Not only in the leaves, stem also you can see stomata. You know, in most of the plants, the stomata is seen below the leaves. Can you tell me, not above the leaves? Can you tell me the reason why in most of the plants, the stomata is seen below the leaves? Can you tell me the reason? Yes? Yes. If the stomata are more on the lower surface of the leaf, it will reduce the chance for transpiration, because when the sunlight falls on the leaf, the sunlight will heat up in the upper side of the leaf and there is chance for more transpiration to take place. So if more stomata on the lower side and less stomata on the upper side, this can be prevented. So in order to protect the leaves or plants from losing more water, more stomata is present on the lower surface of the leaf. But in aquatic plants, water plants, more stomata is seen on the upper side. Can you tell me the reason? In aquatic plants, more stomata are present on the upper surface of the leaf. Why? Because they are living in water. If more transpiration takes place and water is lost, no problem. They can absorb, the roots can absorb as much water as they can, as they need. So you got this? So these are the important, very short answer question. Name the first answer. You can see cellular respiration or internal respiration. Second, that is called epiglottis. Third one, you can see diaphragm. Then fourth one is called breathing or external respiration. And fifth one is stomata. This is all about this video. Thank you very much.